Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Baltu TV. If I sound and look tired, then technically this is an accurate representation, because for one, you guys know that I don't have the best sleep schedule, and for two, I've had my baby to take care of, so that calls for a slight interference in my sleep, but honestly wasn't that bad last night. Nor wasn't that bad the night before, so cool. So yeah. Welcome back to my channel. We've hit 1,000 videos, which is really insane. I just gotta say that again, and I can't believe it. But let's get into the topic of today's video, and I just want to do this short video to talk about the Real Care babies, or the Real Care infant simulators, whatever you want to call them, and just kind of give my inputs, my thoughts, and kind of, make a suggestion, like say if you guys are given the opportunity, should you guys do this project? Because there probably are alternatives most of the time, but if you have to do this project, or like you have the option to, is it worth it? Now I've got Jenny right here. I think you can see her because what I did was I'm using my head to hold her head, kind of, and I have her in like a standing up position, almost like she's gonna stand, because it's the best way I could get her in frame. And this is me and her last day together. It's honestly kind of sad, and so let's just get into it, because that way I can show you guys, talk about why. So the overall experience, it is a lot of work, and they do prep you for a lot of this. However, it is a lot of work, and if you're not a fan of waking up in the middle of the night, for unexplainable reasons or actual reasons, then this is something you will have to get used to, because it will wake you in the middle of the night. Let's talk about the realistic utility. That's not even a word, but yes, it's very realistic. I mean, first of all, look at it. Looks like a human baby, obviously, and this one weighs about 9 pounds, and is about 19, do they use inches or centimeters? I think they use inches. I think it's 19 inches long. It feels, to the texture of it, it has, and I can talk about texture, I know a lot of blind people will benefit from this. It feels a little bit like actual skin, but with that, I guess, rubbery plastic type tone to it, because honestly it's not real skin. The clothing feels like kind of fuzzy like, and it feels like actual baby clothing. Like I don't think I've ever held baby clothing, but it feels like our clothes, but just smaller, honestly. Same going for like the diaper and stuff. It's kind of soft, I guess. I know they make different kinds of diapers, so I don't know really much about that. You can move her arms and legs and turn her head, but she can't do those herself. She also got a little bracelet on her arm, just like me, because you will get this bracelet on your arm that you're going to wave in front of her chest when you hear her cry. Now, the cries come from the speaker, which is in her stomach right here. And the cries can obviously mean different things. It can mean you need to feed her using the bottle here, which you may or may not have a top on. Mine does, so you pull that off. The bottle has a sensor, and her lips have a sensor, meaning you cannot use like your finger. You actually have to hold this up to her lips and let her eat. Now, just like a real baby, she can eat for like 20 minutes. And then for changing like the diaper, you just need to undo her outfit, take the other diaper off. You get 2 different colors of diapers, and one of them might also have pins in it, like this one. And take the sensor on the new diaper and line it up with her butt. And if you just put it on real quick, she will stop crying and immediately coo, because she'll give you a coo when she's done eating and when you're diapering. But if you want to stop the crying real quick, just slap that on her real quick and then adjust the diaper. Because I find that easier. Burping, you obviously pick her up and put her over your shoulder and give her a little patting on the back. Let's see if I can kind of demonstrate that. It's like this. Kind of light, but not too hard. She is still awake, so that's obviously why I'm being a little careful. Obviously giving head support, since they can't hold their heads up and that kind of stuff. And sometimes they'll need to be rocked. However, mine never needed that, I'm pretty sure, so that's odd. it can get cold because it has temperature detection, meaning you need to either give it a warmer outfit because it comes with different outfits, or you need to put it in a blanket. I always put it in a blanket and just try to warm it up for a while because I found it easy leaving her in the onesie, so I could easily change her. Kind of pick her back up a little. She's sliding down. And rotate her head a little. There we go. So that's kind of the care. That just shows how, in some ways, it's realistic. Obviously, you guys probably know this by now from some of this by now from seeing my videos, or maybe you did your own research into them. There's some really good videos out there that explain about them. There's one that's even so official that has some high quality sampling, although some of the cries are different and the chime is lower pitch, which is interesting. But that's some audio nerdy stuff. Another one was this video from, I believe, the UK, which I found really useful. But obviously, I kind of already knew everything, but that was just to boost my knowledge up. They also have a slight, baby smell. They smell like kind of baby powdery, just kind of nicely scented and all that. And it can detect, of course, when you have abused it. So if you fail head support, or if you're beating it up, whatever you're doing, that gets recorded, and that's going to go against your grade, because just like a real baby, you want to take care of it. You don't want to abuse it, and because that's bad. Like, why the frick would you do that? And so that's basically summing up all the care features. Now, there are other things you can note, like the car seat and that kind of stuff, but I think you get the general consensus here. What I want to get to is my thoughts, like how do I feel after this, and like what's the recommendation here. So I honestly found it not that bad. Now, it was really stressful at certain times when it really wanted a lot of things at the same time, but again, just like a real baby, that's going to happen. I think in terms of realisticness, the feeding is a little too much, because babies actually don't eat that much. Like, they can eat for the same length, but they don't eat like 2 or 3 times in a row, multiple times in the span of a couple hours. That's all. And like I said, it was stressful, but it was, she's adorable, and when you really think about it, it's just, like, how could you hurt this little creature? Like, I know this isn't real, but at the same time, imagine a real baby that looks pretty similar, and it's basically, like, it's the length of, like, half of your leg. So you're saying you're gonna hurt this little thing, or like, how do you abort a child? Like, how do you basically, have sex with someone and then just get rid of this new life, and you're just killing part of you, essentially. And you guys know I like to be opinionative, so I'll have more opinions later, but that's a small one. I'm fully against abortion. But anyways, and so, like I said, it wasn't that bad. It was fun at points, and I think it's a very good learning tool, and it's very good for experience, and it's very good for experience when it comes to, learning how to actually care for an infant if you don't know how to care one. Experience for realizing that, hey, in the sense of my teaching class, hey, we're going to become teachers, hopefully, and we're not going to be first. We're going to have children we need to care for, so we cannot just use the bathroom and all that when we want to. It kind of shows you that level of care in a way that you're going to be providing. And the third thing, and this is again opinionative, and I personally think that if you found this project, if you do this project and you found this very annoying, you found it very difficult, you somehow barely made it through, I think the benefit here is that maybe it'll encourage you as a teenager, mostly when you're doing this, probably teenager, to not sleep around so much and get pregnant, because you might just say, well, I'll just abort it, but like at the same time, like, I think it's a good encouragement tool for that too. That way you're not doing that if that's not what you want. And obviously I don't encourage teen pregnancy at all, and you need to wait until you're ready, which that means at least after 25, but, you know, it's up to you. It's not to me. So, that's just a little tip of advice for any of you young children. Well, not young children, because I don't have that young of viewers, but to any of you who are preteens or teens watching this video, I recommend being very careful, because one little mistake can lead to this little baby. So, again, like I said, was not that bad. Honestly, was enjoyable, and I would recommend this project to anyone, honestly, who is a teenager. And honestly, I think that it's something that maybe not everyone needs, but like a lot of people would benefit from. And even if they don't see the benefits are there, and they kind of just exist. And you're either going to hate it, or maybe you'll be like me and you'll actually get a little bit attached to your baby, and you're gonna miss him or her. That's kind of where I fall in this matter, and it is the last day, so I'll just be taking her around school, and then 7th period is when I will be bringing her back when I get to the other school. So that's about it, guys. That's gonna conclude this little review and kind of giving you guys my thoughts and giving you guys ideas, rather, as to if you want to do this or not. And this is the last time you guys will be seeing her. So, Jenny, I want you to say bye. Can you say bye? I think she's napping right now. She's been napping for like 6 or 7 hours. 6, 7. 6, 7 should die. It's getting stupid. Anyways, so you guys can say bye. I will have another video that might come out after this one with her, but it was recorded before. So if you see one more video with her, then don't think I kept her or something. Oh my god, he's breaking the rules or something. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Tried to keep this kind of short and sweet, but I know I did talk for a while, but hope you guys did find this beneficial. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. And hey, Miss Two, if you're watching this, thank you. Bye guys.